Hello and welcome to This Xbox Life, episode 349, Convicted, Take Two. Take two. Obviously, people couldn't hear us as we were chatting back and forth a little bit ago. But we are back. Hopefully, everybody can hear us.
Red Act split.
Yeah,
Stupid
Stricken,
Act.
Elships, you guys let us know if you can hear us. We should be good to go. But I am Brun BJ Swig 33. Along with me is Rob, also known as Presar.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And
Hello, hello. Hopefully you can hear me.
Yes. And
Yeah, can you move your mic back just a little bit away from your mouth? Just a little bit.
Me?
Yeah, just there you go. There we go.
And
That's good.
could you just mute it and go ahead and just get up out of your seat while you're I'm just kidding.
And go get us
Hey,
some
now.
drinks.
I'm thirsty. And also
I'll
the
be
guy
back.
the guy in the bottom there is everybody's favorite. Mark, also known as Wingman 709.
My favorite.
What's up, everybody?
So we are back. Like I said, this is take two because we started and audio was not working. Clear as a bell. That's perfect. Perfect. I complimented. So, okay, let's rewind. So we started the show, did this. I complimented Mark on his microphone because he's got a different mic. He's wearing earbuds for his buds.
That would be Rob.
Oh, sorry,
That would
Rob.
be me.
Yes, Rob on his
Hey,
microphone.
you're just all over the place
I know.
tonight.
Wow.
So.
DJ Blooper is back.
Oh, jeez. Yes. And I talked about how we were gone for 2 weeks, or we took last week off, Independence Day. Rob went and visited Mark, his favorite. And
His hero.
Yes, his hero. And then we started talking about what we've been playing, and I thought Rob was pulling a trick on me because he has one letter in what he's been playing, and he's probably got 5,000 games. I think that's where we're at.
N stands for nothing.
Yeah,
He's too
Means
busy
no.
touring around the great state of Arizona with me and the kids.
that's right.
so-
That's right.
so.
So are we doing what we've been playing?
Yeah. You're up.
All right,
You're
let's get
first.
rolling with that. So I don't think I played
It's
much of
time for
anything.
Sure.
Yeah, it's time for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't think I played much of anything. I definitely didn't over the last couple of days, but I did get the latest update. I did a little bit of house cleaning on the Xbox One, and I actually also did some stuff on the 360. I just downloaded some more games to my new hard drive that I attached to it. But with the Xbox One update that came out over the past couple of days, and I think it's the update that came out for the preview program. It was a 2 gig update, and I was actually kind of interested to see how long it would take because I know that the download speed thing is pretty important for a lot of people, and a lot of people, I think, Brun, you talked about the slowness. I think Wing, you talked about it as well. So I watched it, and it took 5 minutes to download the whole thing, which is actually fairly, pretty good. But I don't know if the updates actually come from the same system.
Mine took 48 minutes.
48 minutes
2
for
gig.
the same update?
2 gig. 48 minutes. And
Wow.
I have 30 down.
Mine updated in the background, so I was sleeping, so
Well,
I
see-
have no idea.
It's really weird because mine don't update. Mine does not update in the background. And I have it turned on, yes. Everything else updates in the background, but when it comes to the preview program system updates, they do not update in the background. Oh, and when I turned mine on, it was 2 gig. It took 48 minutes, and about 45 minutes into it, I killed my router and rebooted my router, which was just rebooted the day before, and the last 10% went in like a minute and a half. I mean, it was like a minute and a half. So
Okay.
I don't know if it was just problem with my, I don't think it's my internet. That's the one thing. So, but I don't know. I'll see you next time.
Is yours wired or wireless?
Wireless.
Did you say
wireless?
wireless?
Yep.
That could
All
be
that
something.
Facebook gaming going on in your house.
Yeah. It's the 20 devices hooked up to the internet.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
20 devices and 19 of them are spam bots,
Yeah.
zombies.
Yep. So, but All right.
But yeah, so that was kind of interesting. Um, I don't know what that says for speeds of games, but at least the update went well for me. And I was really surprised that it didn't update automatically because it is configured for it. Just when I powered on the Xbox, it just said, "Hey, an update is
Right.
available," and it started downloading. And you had mentioned, Brun, you had mentioned that one setting for the hard drive.
Yeah.
Was it something like to leave it on or whatever? And
Yeah.
I noticed that I had that turned off as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I enabled that about 2, 3 weeks
There
ago.
you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, and
Thanks
that
for that tipper.
yeah, that there is when you turn off your Xbox, the external hard drive would also turn off. So what would happen
Right.
is if you wanted to download anything while your system was turned off, it wouldn't download. So it only downloads stuff when your system's on, and if you flip that switch, it'll actually go into that hibernation mode and still download all your stuff, and then
Right.
it'll shut itself off. And and then all the background updates, all that stuff happens, except for, like I said, when it comes to the preview program system updates, they do not update in the background for me.
Yeah.
Any other
Okay,
one,
that must be it then.
yeah, any other one does. So, but
Hey, weren't they going to do something? Maybe it was with the hubs or with the updates that are coming out later in this month. Weren't they going to do something to let people know what was changed with games?
I think
I thought they showed that on
I
E3
think that's
somewhere.
coming.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Okay.
so. When it comes
I
like with
believe,
the game pages, or like you said, the game
The
hubs.
hubs.
Yeah.
yeah, the last two updates have been prepping for, like, last one was not the most current one, but the last one was said that it was prepping some stuff for like third party, devs and stuff like that. So all the updates, the last two we've gotten, have all been kind of preparing for all the new stuff coming. So Windows 10, the background or backward compatibility. I think all that Game Hub stuff is all in there too.
Cool.
So, but what did you
Yeah.
play, Rob?
What did I play
Yeah, we're on the what you've been
game
playing, and we haven't
wise?
even talked about what you've been playing.
I The only thing I played that really mattered was the travel game to
Yeah,
go see my bud.
That's funny.
it was funny. He brought an actual he brought a card game with him, and he's like, I'm gonna make Mark play. And the last day he was here, he had a couple hours before the airport. He finally he's like, Hey, we're gonna play this game. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, there's no way out of it now.
Yeah, I
So
can't
we
escape.
sit down, and he starts to explain it. The doorbell rings, and I'm like, "Who's that?" And it was Vengeful Loki.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, Vengeful saved by the bell, buddy. Thank you.
Oh,
That was
totally.
perfect timing. So by the time he left, Rob was scrambling to pack and get so I could get him to the airport, and I never did play it, but I actually did watch that, Rob. I watched some YouTube card playing of it, and the game will be here tomorrow. So
Oh, awesome.
I ordered it. We'll give you one more shot at the game recommendation. You're 0 for 2 right now. We'll see if you can at least go 1 and 2.
Well, you know what? We could probably play it online. There you go. I can
All right,
still get my game in with you.
there you go. I tried the iPad version of it, or the iPhone version, and the screen's so tiny I can't see
Oh,
anything.
yeah. Yeah,
So
it's
I did
really
it on my
hard.
Surface, and they put it in again. They put it in a tiny little window. I'm like, why can't I? Why don't you take up the whole screen? So I can't even really play it on my Surface either.
There's
Like,
a Windows version, I believe, or a
well, that's
browser
what it
version.
is. That's what it is. It's I downloaded the Windows version, and it puts it in a small window, and you can't maximize the window. I'm like, this is dumb.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I never tried that.
We can play online that way too. So, but
Yeah.
anyways,
Yeah, the game is called Star Realms, by the way.
Star
It's good
Nice.
stuff.
Awesome. Cool. All right. Cat C Mouse followed us again. I don't know if unfollowed and followed and came back. So welcome back. Your next task is to see if you can knock Wingman 709 off the donation list there. So we'll see. Cool. Is it my turn?
It is.
All right.
Your turn.
This is so weird. It's like I'm looking across my 3 monitors. I have so much more room. I love it. You guys should try this sometime. So played Destiny, Battlefield Hardline, because Destiny's kind of getting that little bit of that yawn factor. I think their latest update didn't give us as much content to play without the raid and stuff like that. PoE's pretty simple, but you know, the next content's like in September, which is around all the time where every other game comes out. So I popped in Battlefield Hardline. Over the weekend, they had double XP for PC players only.
Opted in.
Well, sorry. Started it up.
There you go. See,
Digitally.
that's like saying, oh, I got the tape of that, or I got it on tape. You know, no, you
Tape.
don't, because it's all digital.
Right.
You know, people still be like, they'll record something with their phones and say, oh, I got it on tape.
Yeah.
You don't. So that's just funny. I just thought of that when you said I popped it in. I was like, wait a minute, we don't pop discs in the drive anymore. But that took over a term of meaning I started up a game or I played a game.
Right. Yeah. So played Battlefield Hardline. They had double XP for the PC players only, which is really weird. I really think they have ditched the consoles for that game. CTE, like I've tried to get into the CTE, which is the not consumer, not customer. It's the test environment for the you know, for their players and stuff like that. I went on there because I have the CT environment on my PC, and I cleared all the filters for the server, so it pulled up every server for Battlefield Hardline and CTE, and there was 0 people playing. I was the only person on there. So that made it boring on the PC, so I went to the Xbox, and
Got no friends.
it has its issues. So, but I still had fun. NHL 15, and then it's been since we didn't record last week, I couldn't talk about it. In Facebook, I put that video up of me playing Destiny on my laptop. Rob was talking about how he did the Windows 10 streaming from his Xbox One to his PC. So I went, put it on, did that streaming. Was pretty cool. I liked it. It was neat. It was pretty responsive. So I can't remember if I talked about that already or not. So
I thought you did.
oh, maybe I can't remember if that was, maybe that was just a time without you weren't on there, Mark. But that was pretty cool. And that is it. I am done.
Alrighty. Well, I didn't get to play much last week because I was rudely interrupted and had out of town people come visit me and take away all my game time.
And you know what? I'll do it again.
All over the state, but no, it was well worth it. But
Heck yeah.
since I kicked Rob out of my house and said go back to Illinois.
Yeah,
I've been
after you
able
put me to work and now you kick me out.
I did put him to work while he was here, so thank you. My wall's back up now. So
Yes.
but I did take advantage of the Ultimate Sale, which we're going to talk about later. So I bought Tales from the Borderlands. This is one I've avoided because I said I wasn't going to do Telltale games anymore. But I've been hearing so many good things about this. So I'm like, it was like $10, I think, for the entire season. So I'm like, well, let me just try it. And again, I did actually play through the first episode of it. And it is funny. It's not bad, but it's the same thing. I'm just watching a Borderlands. It's like watching Borderlands, the TV show, and every once in a while you make the decision on what you're going to do. But, so I don't know, but it was still pretty funny. They had some pretty good humor in there. I did enjoy that. What I've really been playing a lot of is I bought Evolve. Actually, before the sale, Evolve was on half price. So with the crew, I've been playing a lot of Evolve actually, having a good time with it. And then with the Ultimate Sale, I did buy Saints Row 4 Re-Elected and Gat Out of Hell. Both of those, I got both of those in the bundle for like $19. I've played Saints Row 4 before, but the game is so much fun. I just, that's all I've been playing mostly this week. I haven't even done the Gat Out of Hell. I just wanted to jump back into Saints Row 4. But Yeah, I've been playing those this week, so that's it for me. Oh, and well, I did play Star Realms on the, like I mentioned earlier, so trying that card game electronically. It'd be nice if they would just put it big enough so you could read the cards.
Yeah, I just installed the PC version on my laptop here. You can change the size. I don't know if you can do that on the Surface though.
Yeah, mine doesn't have like the maximize window. It's not an option. Maybe there's an option somewhere else.
It's
So
in
we can take-
settings.
Okay, I'll look in there and see if I can get
Yeah.
that. Because if I can, that'd be sweet.
Oh yeah,
I'll
it's
check it out tonight.
yeah, it's impossible on the phones.
Yeah.
You really got to zoom.
Zoom in.
All right, that's it for me.
All right. So roundtable's coming up. Before we hit the roundtable, if you'd like to leave us a tip, you can go to twitchalerts.com/donate/this Xbox Life. You'll be displayed in all the wonderful glory here on the stream. And then also, we are on Patreon. So if you want to go to patreon.com/this Xbox Life and become a patron, you're more than welcome to do so. We appreciate anything. Nothing's expected, but everything's appreciated. So that is that. So roundtable. So I kind of mix some quick hit news and then a couple questions or topics we can discuss this week. The first thing I want to start off, because it's like, oh, I want to talk about this week. Oh, I want to talk about that this week. And then I go to Facebook and everything got posted in like an hour. So I was like, oh, awesome. But the first one is the Lizard Squad. So the guy that did the DDoS attacks. And if you remember him, I don't know, there's a picture of him on the internet. He's either got a real short haircut or blonde hair or whatever. I can't exactly... Finland? Was he Finnish? He's Finnish, right? He's a teenager, claimed responsibility for the cyber attacks that brought down Xbox Live and PSN, sometime last year. And if you guys remember that when everybody had all these issues and stuff. Well, he was finally, a year later, convicted of the crime. Did you guys read the story?
I'm assuming there's more to what you're going to say because I would disagree with what you just said.
What? That he was convicted?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you think as far as convicted and, like a little smack on the wrist with a ruler convicted, is that what you're thinking?
I wouldn't even say they went that far.
Well, okay, so we are thinking the same thing.
I read call it a conviction if you get away with it.
I saw the header on this. I'm like, this dude's got to have like 10 years in prison. Like this guy's going to get nailed, big time for anything that he's done. And I look, and he ended up getting... I got to find out exactly where it is. And where is it? Where did it state what he got?
My understanding, this one doesn't. I don't...
Oh.
This one says he had faced, at the time of the January arrest, he was looking at 4 months to 4 years in prison. But my understanding is that he's got nothing, essentially.
Well, he got 2 years... Okay, now I remember the other article I read. 2 years suspended.
Oh, there it is at the top, yeah.
Oh, is it up there?
It's there, yeah. It's the second paragraph. It's a 2 year suspended prison sentence. Suspended.
Yeah.
And it's a requirement to speak out against cybercrime. What?
So, he doesn't go to jail. Or he goes to jail for 2 years, but it's suspended. So he doesn't go to jail. And then he gets to speak out against cybercrime. It doesn't say, don't commit any more cybercrime, or you're not allowed to have a computer, or you're not to be on the internet, or anything like that. It just says speak out against cybercrime. So he could be like this. Hack, 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 hack. Don't hack, please. Hack, 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 hack. It doesn't mean
hack.
Yes.
Cybercrime is bad.
Okay. I read this and I'm like, I can't believe it.
So here's my question. Do you think they basically let him off out of fear that he'll hack the courts? Or the country, or, you think he would go after them? Do you think they did it out of fear? I mean, that's a really bad precedent to set.
Yeah, well, yeah. No, I mean, well, this isn't this. He wasn't tried in the U.S. either. So I mean, I don't know what their
Right.
their rules or laws are there, but yeah, this
Honestly, non-existent.
yeah I really don't know. I mean, it could be. They're worried that after 2 years he'd come out and just go to town on them. I have no idea. But I mean, he can turn around and do that now. Yeah, because I mean, I don't know. I read it. I'm just like, what kind of conviction is this? It's just like he doesn't get anything. But then here in the U.S., you can be let off 5 6 times and nothing happened to you then until you really commit a crime and then they look at you. But by the time then it's too late. So I don't know. Look for him to be doing DDoS attacks this coming winter, and then this time he'll just change his user ID or his handle, and he won't speak out this time like he made the mistake before. This time he'll be like, "Well, I'll just keep quiet. I won't try to show off or anything, but I'll take him down again." So
Yeah, I just looked at the Finnish article about it that was referenced, and the Google Translate of it isn't the best, but it looks like he might have been charged that way because he's a minor. And he also got, looks like, 2 counts of, no, he also sentenced for money laundering and some kind of felony tender fraud with some credit card information. So this guy, he's definitely not squeaky clean.
I mean, that the article made it look like he got away with it.
that's the way I'm reading it too, and I understand when they're saying suspended 2 years, if he gets caught or we have the same thing here in the States. It's they just hang the 2 years over your head basically. So if he gets in trouble again, yes, he's going to have to. Whoops, sorry guys.
He'll have to serve that 2 year.
Yeah, he'll have to serve that 2 years, but really, to me, he's getting away with it. It's giving him a second chance when he doesn't deserve it.
Dude, that had to cost. I mean, I don't think saying at least $1 million to Sony, to combat that and try to get their network back up. I'm sure they had to suffer some major financial situation, and I'm sure Xbox did as well.
Right.
Because I think didn't they attack both? But I think Microsoft wasn't down as long, but I know we had a lot of issues as well over the holidays, and I believe it was from the same group. But,
oh yeah.
I mean, I know Sony's was more noticeable. They were down for a lot longer, but I mean, it's just, man, these companies, they should somehow get. I mean, they got to be so mad, dude. I'd be so ticked off. All the money they're dumping into this to try to get, provide for their customers, and one little punk kid can take it down, and then he gets away with it.
Right.
It's just unbelievable, man.
I bet it happens all the time to some degree, and we just don't hear about it. And, the Lizard Squad thing was just one of the larger ones. And in the end, it inconveniences Microsoft, but it really hurts the people that use the service. Because this was over Christmas. It hurts the people the most.
Well, and
but
then
I'm talking about financially, it hurts those companies too.
Yeah. Because I mean, I was even there, and I remember talking about this, saying, I don't believe Microsoft or Sony should have had to give a month's free of Xbox Live. You know how they usually do that stuff if their system goes down, they usually give like a free month or whatever. I was just like, Microsoft, Sony, you guys don't owe anybody anything for this case here. Just go and make an example of that kid. That's what I wanted. But yeah, they turned around and they still gave out this or that. But I was just like, man, I'd rather them just, really hit him hard. But yeah, they should have done. They should have done more than what they did. I can definitely say that. Now, should he be going to prison for 100 years? No. But more than, okay, go home and make sure you talk to people and say, don't do drugs. Okay?
Go home, get on your computer and your Facebook and tell everybody not to do it.
Yeah, drugs are bad. Okay.
They take his computer equipment away. I mean, probably not.
No.
It just seems like the guy got away with it, and it just seemed like it was significant enough that something should happen. I don't know what you do. I mean, I really don't. What justifies it? The laws in the United States haven't caught up to this type of stuff. Everything's so far behind.
Yeah.
You know what happens in these cyber crimes? You know.
Yeah,
People can get away with it because there's really no laws against it. You know.
Yeah. I mean, there's things here in the U.S. where if you are caught urinating in public, for example, obviously you're gonna, if a cop catches you peeing in public, you're going to get a ticket of some sort. But if you do that in Ohio, you have to register as a, like the level 1, whatever,
Offender.
Sexual offender.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, that ruins your life if you have that tag here.
Keep it tucked away, man. I don't.
Well, no, I mean, you know, it's just, you know, just that little of a thing. I mean, you're behind your house, or, you know, say you live in the country or something.
If you're behind your house, then go into the house.
Or, well, I'm trying to
yeah.
I'm trying to make a thing of, like, you know,
there's no way you can get around it, Brun. If you can get caught by a cop, you're obviously not where you should be.
Yeah. You're in a dark alley behind a building, you know, or something. But,
go in a building and ask to use the restroom.
Yeah.
Anyways,
so,
let's move on.
But yeah, it's just like, you know, things here in the U.S., you do the littlest thing and you could just, it ruins everything. But this guy hacked and, you know, took down 2 companies and gets nothing for it. But, yep. All right. We'll move on. So,
moving on before he hacks us.
Yes, so I know. Let's stop talking about him. Real quick, for anybody who has signed up for beta keys for Rainbow Six Siege, I think this one's just through the IGN stuff. That I know people at work are getting them. Mark, I think you got them. Somebody in the Facebook posted up an extra key. But I think IGN was sending out their their Rainbow Six Siege beta keys. So I signed up through their site. I didn't sign up through IGN. So I don't know if I'll eventually get one through them or what, but those keys are being sent out. So look in your email if you have see if yours is in there. And okay, next, Xbox Ultimate sale. So Mark, you mentioned you bought some games on sale. Rob, have you bought any of the ones on sale yet?
No, I keep looking at the list.
Yeah.
Every day, and I keep going through it, but I just can't pull the trigger on anything.
Yeah. Are they adding them, or is this just the whole list for the week?
The whole list.
That's the whole list. There are some games on here that I would love to have, but I don't.
Buy them.
Well, I don't
complain about the price, man.
No. Well,
don't go there.
You okay? So I'm coming from, you know, a couple weeks ago Steam summer sale.
This isn't Steam, man.
Well, I know it's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
You can't keep comparing it to Steam.
I don't think you can call it an ultimate sale. That's my thing. So
there's some good deals in there, man.
Yeah,
I think
there
it's
are.
ultimate as in the fact there's like over 70 titles, and if you're looking just at the Xbox One stuff, there's a lot of stuff on 360 as well. There's still, you know, there's a lot. It's ultimate as in it's a large quantity of titles that are, and a lot of them are very, you know, good discounts.
Yeah.
So I got 3 games for a total of less than $30.
Okay. Don't buy the Halo Master Chief Collection. It is actually $5 cheaper on Amazon. But it is the physical copy. So.
Well, if you're gonna buy it on Amazon, use our link.
Yeah, yeah, please. So, but I was looking at Dragon Age Inquisition. I mean, I think that one, the deluxe edition,
don't buy don't buy Dragon Age if you're an EA Access member. It's
Yeah.
gonna be free before the end of the summer. They already
Oh,
said that.
That's
That's
right.
right. Thank you for saving me on that
You
one.
are welcome.
Wow. So, all right, yeah. Well, still, that one there, I thought was a good sale because I mean it dropped from $70 to $35 if you're a gold member, right? Some of the ones, was kind of there's just like is that really a sale, this or that, oh, it's $1.50, but I'm actually looking at the wrong numbers. That would obviously help. But don't buy Hardline. Absolutely do not buy Hardline. You'd be wasting your money in that case. Because like I said before, I think
it'll probably be in the EA Access vault by the end of the year when Battlefront comes out.
Yeah, very, very true. And really, like I said, I feel like they've left the console behind. So, Diablo is obviously an awesome buy for $30.
Yeah, it is.
Dragon Age is a good buy if you don't have Ultimate Access. Dying Light, that was one of my... I was going to ask the question, Mark, I know you don't like it. But it's on there. That one there kind of interests me a little bit.
Is it half price?
It is... The Ultimate Edition you can get... See, now this one here is a little strange. For $48, you can get the Ultimate Edition.
I don't remember what the Ultimate does, but
I don't know.
If it's a bunch of early weapons, don't be fooled by that. That was a scam.
Yeah. I just look at
like,
that one and I look...
Which one?
Dying Light Ultimate Edition. Yeah. I look at that one and it's $48, and that's the gold price. And then you have the Dragon Age Inquisition Deluxe Edition, and it's $35. So it's like $13 even cheaper than Dying Light's Ultimate Edition. So that one there is kind of like I would like to have, but I don't, not for that. To me, I don't see the sale in that one. And I will say that it's probably not Microsoft's complete choice on what these games are sold for. It's probably...
Right. It's the publishers. They got to do deals and get the publishers. They're the ones that are going to set that price.
Right.
I'm sure Microsoft can help out or assist, but if they do, then they're paying the difference.
Yeah.
So if EA says, no, we're not giving Dragon Age we'll cut $10 off for your sale. Yeah. Microsoft says, well, it's not really, we want it to be cheaper. Mm-hmm. We'll pay the extra $10. I mean, there's a lot of that in the background. A lot of deals to make those. So there was a lot of good. Like I said, I thought the Saints Row, even though it's a remake or a Ultimate Edition, whatever you want to call it, I forgot what is it. What did I have it? Re-elected? No, it doesn't mean. Anyways, it was on. It's just the up-res version from the 360.
Right.
But the game that plus the new expansion or the new standalone that they've got,
$19.
$20. Yeah, $19. That's great.
Yeah.
And that game is so much fun. I mean. I put a ton of time into Saints Row 4 again. I already played through this game once before, and I'm loving it. So I thought it was good. I wanted to buy it when it first came out, but I was like, man, it was like $50 for both of them, and I'm like, I've already played the first game, but when it was $20 for both, I was like, I gotta do it. I can't not get it.
Right.
So to me, that was an awesome deal. So, but again, I think the ultimate just comes from the fact that you got to take the 360 into consideration too, and look at those sales as well.
Yeah. So some of the other ones that jumped out to me, like GTA 5, that one there, they tried to pull that during the Steam sale as well. I know this isn't Steam, but it was just like, oh, our game is $60. We're just going to give you a shark card, and I don't know what that is, but some of the other ones.
Isn't that like $1 million or something?
Sure. In-game currency or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, that's
just
one of those. Yeah, it's just one of those ones. But some of the other ones I had questions for you guys to see if what you thought about the costs on them would be Shadow Mordor for $20.
That's a ripoff.
Okay.
No, I can't say it. A lot of people love it. I just couldn't get into that game.
Right.
Dude. But a lot of people love that game.
Yeah.
So I mean, $20 is a steal.
Yeah.
For that game, really.
That
is an ultimate good price.
Okay. And then one of the other ones I had to find out. I hear a ton about State of Decay.
Yes.
I've never played it. I don't know much about it at all. But the State of Decay Year 1 Special Edition is $20. Is that worth it?
I don't think that's much of a deal. I don't know what they say the retail price was.
30.
Because
yeah, so you're getting $10 off.
the game is good. I mean, that's why that's. I mean, it's gotten a lot of play on the 360. I think that was the original price was $20. Um, this is a newer, included all the content. Plus, it's all made for the Xbox One.
Right.
I don't think you can go wrong on State of Decay. It is a
Okay.
good game.
Yeah, it is.
Right. Okay. And then you have all the Walking Dead stuff. Everybody like Titanfall Deluxe Edition. If you don't have Titanfall, $12. Now that is completely worth it.
Titanfall's a must-have game, dude.
Yeah.
It is
And-
so much fun, and don't even
And it's
if
in
you-
EA Access, isn't it?
Yeah, it's also free in EA Access.
Yeah.
So if you don't have EA Access, it's well worth the $12.
Is it the Deluxe Edition in EA Access? Because Deluxe
Probably
Edition
not.
gives you all the DLC and everything.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it's just the base game is
Yeah.
free.
Yeah. Watch Dogs
But,
is 15. That's probably not a
so
bad
good.
deal. But yeah, like, I saw the Titanfall $12. I think I got mine when it was $12. I'm like, awesome. I love it. That game's so much fun.
And Catsy Mouse asks if the list is going to change. To our knowledge, this is it. It's a 1-week sale.
Right.
That's all the info that we've seen. So this list should stay the same. All these are on sale for the week. When does it end? Like, not long. Like it's only for 1 week, right?
Yeah.
Through the 13th.
Yeah.
The 13th. So, got to get these before the 13th, or by then. After that, they'll go back to full price. So.
Yeah.
So that's Monday.
I
next Monday.
may actually
Save 'em?
pop over and grab like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. That's the only Assassin's Creed that I don't own. It's $10. It's 360 side, but it's $10. Dragon Age is $4, or Dragon Age 2 is $4. Dragon Age Origins is $3.75. The Fable trilogy is $15. I'm trying to look at some of the other ones. Mass Effect is $4. If you don't have that one already.
Oh,
and
really?
you can play it on your Xbox One.
And you can play it on, yeah. And so my hopes,
Yeah.
me putting this money into these ones would be hoping that they are backwards compatible.
Mass Effect is.
Well, I know that one is, but I'm talking like the Assassin's Creed, the Dragon Age games. But I'm trying to see what else here. State of Decay's on there. Titanfall's on there. Trials Fusion. Orange Box is $5. The Fable trilogy was actually pretty interesting. I mean, it's originally $60 and it's $15. So that there is a pretty massive
Yeah.
drop.
That's a Microsoft Studios, so they can do what they
Yeah,
want with that. 'cause
yeah.
They own them. So,
Yeah, which
those they can really cut. So.
and you never
It's-
know.
it's-
You go and buy these, and then all of a sudden it's free next month with Games for Gold, or
You never know.
it's a risk.
So. All right.
So
That's how it goes.
Yep.
Hey, with the Geometry Wars, the one that's on the sale is Evolved, right? Is that like an add-on or one that came out after?
No, it's a brand new game, Geometry Wars 3.
mm-hmm.
It's a legit sequel, full on.
Yep.
I bought that. I think last time it came out on sale, or maybe when it was just released. I don't remember. But it's a fantastic game. It's definitely they've definitely changed some stuff. It's oh wait, which one is it? Yeah, Geometry Wars 3: Dimensions Evolved.
I think that's like a second Geometry Wars that came out though.
Well, there's a I think there's only one on the Xbox One.
Right.
Because Geometry Wars Retro Evolved on the 360 is an old 360 title.
Let me see.
While you're looking that up, Stricken
So
Store.
Stricken Thought said that I imagine they is Microsoft, said all Microsoft Studio games will be backwards compatible. Which
really?
which I can understand, because Microsoft has come out and said that it's once the publisher or the developer says, "Hey, we want to make our game backwards compatible," they'll flip the switch. So it's completely up to the publisher on those. So, but yeah, there's a lot of games to choose from. I mean, there's definitely things out there that I want to. I think I might have to pick up. There's some on here that I would like to buy. I just don't think the deal is worth it right now. So,
Or what do you guys think about the um, Borderlands for 35? I think it was.
um,
The Handsome Collection.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of content for that price.
yeah.
It truly is.
Yeah, and the game, I mean, I didn't play the last one or whatever, the prequel.
Sequel.
Yeah, I didn't play the prequel. I played Borderlands 2. I played Borderlands 1, obviously. Um, but yeah, a ton of content for $35. I know some people at work got that one right when they saw it on sale. If you're a collector and you like to have like the whole series, though, it's missing the first game. But you never know.
Right.
They might put it out later and just say, hey, if you have the Handsome Collection, you get it for free. They may do something like that, or $5 add-on, or something like that in the future. But yeah, you're not getting the first game with that. So, which doesn't matter, still
Yeah.
still a fun game. So
And then Batman 3. That's great deal for $13. 'Cause I think last time it was on sale, it was 30.
is that on the
Xbox One.
Is it? I didn't see it.
Lego Batman 3 Beyond
Oh,
Gotham.
Lego Batman. Yeah, I don't really get into the Lego games.
They're good.
Yeah.
They're good.
They're all the same.
And
They're all
Ori for 15.
So,
all right. Let's
Yep,
move on.
Moving on.
Okay.
Moving on. Real quick, another quick announcement here. Mixies in, I guess, to the roundtable. If you have the Halo channel or use the Halo channel, they announced today that the Halo channel is available as an app on Android and iOS devices. So that's kind of it. So if I saw somebody in Facebook said, "Hey, I'm having issues with the Android version, but I have iOS and haven't had any issues." It doesn't look like you can actually watch any content on there as far as like night whatever, the Fall of Reach, and or like whatever, the Nightfall, like all those little 5 episode series or live action series. I don't think you can watch those on the app on the phone, but the app's there, so check it out. It's free. And Mark stepped away. It's just a chair. He's gone, everybody.
Where'd he go?
Oh, he's coming back. So yeah, that's why I like Wing. He's the hi Wing. Welcome
He's
back.
the best.
He's the best.
Have we moved on yet?
Yeah, I was just talking about like the Halo channels available, and also they had announced August 30th. Disney Infinity 3.0 release in North America, 29th in some areas, and the 30th in North America. If you guys haven't heard that, so that's another quick announcement that's on there. But the last question I have for you guys on the round table, and this kind of comes from this E3, and now that we got to sit back and read through more news and let it simmer and all that stuff. Today, the Microsoft we have today, with the Xbox One and Phil Spencer doing this thing and all that stuff, compared to 2 years ago, what do you think? What's your thoughts on the direction that they've been going these last, most recently compared to a couple years ago?
It's a big time turnaround.
Huge.
They've done like a 180, man, and they definitely are going in the right direction. I think if you guys, and I don't like to pimp other shows, but I am going to recommend, and I posted it in our Facebook group, IGN actually had the opportunity to sit down with Seamus Blackley, Phil Spencer, and I could see him. He was a 360 guy. He went to EA Sports.
Peter Moore.
Peter Moore, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All three of them sat down with Ryan McCaffrey, and they just talked. It was like a 90-minute interview, and they talked about from everything from Xbox original to X360 and Xbox One, and all three of those guys were, in place. They were in charge of each one of those platforms, and it was a very neat interview. It was one of the best I've ever seen. I really enjoyed it, It gave you a really good insight to all that. And all the things that they talk about, the Red Ring of Death, they talk about the Duke controller, they talk about, just trying to, flip the brand around with the mistakes that were made. And even Peter Moore was just like, he even said, you know, Phil is the guy that should be doing this because he actually plays games. He actually cares about the games. He cares about the brand. He's not just a suit.
Right.
And he's the perfect guy at the perfect time for Microsoft. And it was just really interesting. I highly recommend you guys find some time, if you haven't listened to it already, to check out that interview. IGN's pimping it all over their page.
Right.
It's like every day they repost it with a different headline, but it's the same interview.
Huh.
It's like, that's pretty shady tactics to get more hits on your page. But
yeah, I'll have to. I went right by it because I like Ryan McCaffrey. Yeah, I liked him because he used to be with Xbox Magazine. Oh yeah, official Xbox Magazine, and I really like him. It's like him and Dan Amrick or something like that.
Yep.
But I like him. It's just, is he running the Xbox podcast for IGN?
He is the main guy, yes.
Okay.
For Podcast Unlocked. Yeah.
Maybe I'll go back and start listening to that because I ditched Unlock a long time ago because they were just... You think you're going to hear stuff about Xbox, but they would just go off on another tangent somewhere, and I never understood what they were talking about. So...
So personally, I agree. I think the platforms are going great. Phil's going after exclusive games. He's they're trying to widen the type of games that are on the platform. He's got our best interest at heart. They're listening to us. They're asking for our input, and all the things that we have in the Xbox One today. Most of those have come from user input. So I think it's great. We've got a company that's listening to the fan base. Right. And they're trying to push it forward. They're trying to give us new, unique features instead of just the same old thing. So I think I've enjoyed this box from day one. I have hated some of the missteps out the gate, but I think they're doing an outstanding job. And I can't wait for the Windows 10 actually to see how this is all going to play out. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah. Rob, what do you think?
When the reveal first happened, and I'd say the next couple of weeks after that, Microsoft was in a position where they were doing a lot of backpedaling, a huge amount. Whether that was warranted, I don't know, but particularly in the past year, I think that the backpedaling has stopped and they're progressing. They are really making a next generation console, because we talked about it before. The Xbox that was released back in November 2013, I mean, the thing was basically stripped of just about anything as far as we know. And I'm really, really pleased with how they've gotten, unique titles. They've gotten exclusives, the features that they've added, just the way that people can provide feedback and stuff. I mean, it's such a huge change. And I really feel that the console is progressing into something new. It used to be that you bought a console, like one of my favorite consoles that I ever had was the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast that you bought on day one was the same Dreamcast that you had when it got discontinued, like 9 months later. That's what it feels like.
Day 3.
Yeah. But, it's the same console. It's identical. Same thing with like the PS1 or, even going back to the classic consoles like the Ataris. There was no change in it. Mm-hmm. However, there were changes, I believe, with the original Xbox. I don't remember. Things are kind of hazy going that far back. But definitely with the 360, there were changes. I mean, we look at the dashboard changes and how it works. They added functionality. They added the Kinect and such. And look what they're doing now with Xbox One. I mean, Windows 10, who knows what's going to happen with that? The DirectX, adding the DVR functionality, the tuners. It's really awesome that they're just taking something which used to be a static device and it's evolving. And that's what I expect with a lot of my devices, like my phone. My phone, I bought it. It had what, Android 4.0, I think, and then it went up and now it's running Lollipop and it feels like a brand new phone. Even though it's the same hardware, it feels like a brand new
Right.
device. And to me, that's satisfying. I like having that progression. I like having new things. And what they did with the preview program, I mean, that's pretty sweet too. For those of us that want to, you can have new features first. There's a downside to it because it could be buggy. But if you want to be the pioneer, you can. And to me, that's something that's unprecedented. They are exploring new grounds in so many different ways. And I'm extremely pleased. Extremely pleased.
Yeah. I mean, I go back to, of course, I didn't buy my Xbox One right away. I, sat on it for a year or so, or a little less than a year, but I remember it coming there, and I remember watching the reveal and the price and this and that, and just kind of like doing, like, looking at the TV, kind of like doing one of these things, like watching and sitting there thinking, like, they're doing what Sony did with the PS3 launch. It was just like, we're so popular, we're number one, anybody will do anything for us. And then you talk about the backpedaling, but even though like a lot of the ideas that they had, I loved them, and we talk about those all the time. Like, I wish they would come back. I wish they would put those in, and the backpedaling, I think, is probably what got me the most. Like, I was a little aggravated about that. It's like, don't backpedal. Take us to the next level. Like, move us forward into the future. Don't go back to the old way just because some other, the internet speaks loudly with the other group. Like, we want to trade our games and stuff. But the Microsoft that is here today, and not only for, I think Microsoft in general, I mean, I know they're laying off a lot of people with their phone division and stuff that came out today, which is horrible, and I feel bad that, people are losing their jobs and stuff. But Microsoft as a whole today, like going open source and this and that, I think it's huge. Like, Windows 10 is massive. I really think they're listening to people. But as far as Xbox, you say 180, I mean, it's almost like a relaunch, if you ask me, like over the last year or so. Everything they came out with the C3 and stuff, I really like the way they're going. And, dude, Phil Spencer has been like the best thing for Xbox itself, I think, recently, and what he's doing. And I think you're right, like Mark, when you're talking about the interview and them saying like he's the best person for it, because it's like when he was there, it's just like, dude, he's one of us. It's like finally they put one of us in there, not a suit, that just cares about the bottom, the bottom line. Like, this guy cares about the bottom line, but he also knows how to, make the money. He knows what he needs to do. And
So you're saying he's not a metric?
yeah.
Okay.
Good guy, man, but I could not watch I could not watch him speak publicly, like at those conferences and stuff. It was hard to watch him speak, even though he's probably like one of the greatest guys and nicest people. But
we shouldn't talk about him about that, because unless we've stood in his shoes or we've
Right.
done a conference,
yeah,
like we can't say we do any better. He made some mistakes with, I think it was him that made the comment about if you don't want to be always on, get a 360. That was a big foot in your mouth type of thing. But
yeah. Oh yeah, put me up in a public stage. I'm lucky that I can podcast because I concentrate more on just talking to you guys. But you put me on stage with a couple hundred people or something like that.
There's a million people watching you.
Yeah, I'd be like this. This is it. Just like freeze. That's all I could do. Yeah. So, but yeah, I was sitting there thinking about that. Because I heard a lot of comments and other podcasts and reading news and stuff. It's just like, Microsoft doesn't seem like they're playing catch up anymore. It seems like they got their act together, and now Sony should be a little bit concerned, even though that Sony's got this massive lead. But one false step or one stumble, Microsoft could be caught right up there. Now, I imagine they're talking about like console sales or whatever, because I don't know, like, I guess that's the way you measure who's on top. But yeah. So I see Microsoft doing a 180, and I see PlayStation's doing well. I mean, they started off like, firing out of a cannon, but we'll see how they do for the rest of the year as well. So cool. Anything else on that, or no? Everybody's good.
So good.
Yeah.
All right. Community time. Try to crank through this because I don't think we have any additional. We don't have any emails or anything. But if you want to look and support the community, you can go to cafepress.com/thisxboxlife. Tons of stuff out there to get. I don't know.
T-shirts.
Yeah.
T-shirt.
T-shirts, mugs. I mean, how many different items are there, Mark?
I was a couple, 2, 3.
Couple, 2, 300, or 2 or 3? There's
I
a
don't-
lot. More than we can count.
Several items out
Yeah.
there, but
So, yep. So check that out. One way, a couple ways. So here are multiple ways to get a hold of us. One way to send us a voicemail. You go to thisxboxlife.com, click on send voicemail on the right-hand side, follow the prompts, and we will play your voicemail and answer it in the show. You can send us an email at contact@thisxboxlife, and we will read it and answer it in the show. You can hit us on Twitter. So with Twitter and Facebook, with Twitter it's /thisxboxlife. Facebook is facebook.com/groups/thisxboxlife. That is where most of the community is there on Facebook. Great community, can't say enough. Fantastic. So check us out there. And then Rob, you're up.
All right. So retail releases for the next coming week are going to be actually the same for both the Xbox and the 360. Both of these releases are also going to be on the 14th. So this is the day after that crazy summer sale ends. That ends on the 13th. And then on the 14th, we have Rory McIlroy PGA Tour and Charles Fusion Awesome Level Max. Both of those are coming out on the 14th. Then moving on, just make sure to support the show and yourself, I guess, in one way or another by making all your purchases on Amazon through our affiliate link. You can do that by going to thisxboxlife.com and then clicking on the big Amazon banner link on the right-hand side. Once that takes you to Amazon's webpage, search for whatever you're looking for, and then that helps the show out by giving us like a little teeny tiny itsy bitsy portion of the purchase for sending you Amazon's way. Doesn't cost you anything more, and it supports the show. And then also make sure to rate us on iTunes. If you're on iTunes, rate us 5 stars. That helps us get featured in the iTunes store and get above the ranks with all the other podcasts out there. And I believe that's it.
All right. Yeah, you both are Amazon Prime, correct?
Yes, sir.
yes,
Okay.
big sale on Monday.
Was it
Oh,
Monday?
yeah.
I thought it was the 15th.
Yeah, that's Monday, right?
I thought it was
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yeah.
I could have swore they said I thought it was Monday.
Oop.
Go back check my email.
It's being advertised, on Amazon and everything. If you're an Amazon Prime member, they are saying that more sales than Black Friday, things like that on Amazon. So hit the Amazon link, go on there that day. If you're a Prime member, buy thousands of dollars worth of stuff, but make sure you go to our link first.
Yes.
So, and I'm gonna make sure I tell everybody at work, because everybody's like all queued up and ready to go for Amazon's big sales or whatever. I'll be like, make sure you go through our link. So, yeah. So definitely check that out.
And just to clarify for that, when you use our link, it's good for 24 hours or until you make a purchase or until you go to somebody else's link or affiliate link.
Yeah.
So every time you go to Amazon to make a purchase, just click through our page.
Yeah, Wednesday, July 15th. I'm sorry.
Yeah, quick way to remember it is thisxboxlife.com/Amazon. So fast link that way. But all right, cool. That's all I had. Do you guys have anything else?
Nope.
Nope. All right. Well, that concludes episode 349. Make sure to, come and hang out with us every Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on twitch.tv/this Xbox Life. And thank you to everybody who is in the chat hanging out with us today. So with that, I am Brun, BJ Swick33.
I'm Rob, also known as Prestar. Thanks for listening, everybody. Catch y'all next week.
Mark, aka Wingman 709, taking off.